बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर व्यूअर्स, कैसे हैं आप? ठीक है। टुडे इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक about the discussion of educational objectives. It is very important in the sense that our academia, particularly at the school level, teachers are facing somewhat difficulty how we can teach our students as per our lesson plans or as per our directions set by the educational authorities. In fact, we are going to talk about Bloom taxonomy. Bloom taxonomy was a very huge discussion among the intellectuals in from 1949 to 56 or almost 53 in many conferences, how we have to align educational objective with the examination. It is constituted with the name of Bloom taxonomy. Again, I am going to repeat, it was a huge discussion among the academia, among the intellectuals from 1949 to 53, among many, in many conferences, how we have to align educational objectives with the examination, curriculum with the examination. It is constructed in three hierarchical structures. Number one, there is cognitive domain, which was presented by Benjamin S. Bloom. Number two, there is affective domain presented by David Cratol, and number three, there is psychomotor domain presented by Harlow. These three domains had different meanings and context, and it starts from cognitive to psychomotor. Now we start a little bit explanation from the presentation. The taxonomy of educational objective developed by Benjamin S. Bloom, 1956. The first volume of the taxonomy, handbook 1 cognitive, was published in 56. As I earlier told you people that Bloom taxonomy was under discussion many years before 1956. And in many conferences, many media talks, and many intellectual debate and discussion, it was under discussed from 1949 to 56. And in 56, it was published in the book Handbook 1 that was published in 1956, and in 1964, the second volume of book Handbook 2, in which Affective Domain was published. A revised version of taxonomy for the cognitive domain was created in 2005, Anderson and Cratol. Later on in 2001, it was aligned with the modern techniques and technology and was revised in 2001. But anyhow, here we will debate, we will discuss three domains of Bloom taxonomy. Here is number one, cognitive domain. It belongs to thinking. It was presented by Benjamin S. Bloom, 1956. Second one is affective domain. It was feeling and affection. It was developed by David Cratol, 1965. Third one is psychomotor domain. It was about doing. It was about practical experiences. It was developed by Harlow and Simpson, 1972. This whole phases belongs to Bloom taxonomy. Before going into the detail about Bloom taxonomy, here we will discuss what are the aims, goals, and objectives. It is very big question. When being a teacher, I ask my students, what is the difference between aim, goals, and objectives? The students are not, most of the time, students not in a position to describe the difference between aim, goals, and objectives. Here are the aims. Aims are the national expectations. Very simple, national expectations. It means our educational policy. What has been discussed in the national education policy, what we are looking for as a nation, that is our aims. And aim is the purpose or the desired or outcome. Aims tend to be more general than goals and objectives. Aims, let me speak in Urdu. एम से मुराद है कि नेशनल लेवल पे जो आप अपने मकासद का तयन करते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एम्स. It stands at national level. Here are goals. Goals is usually broad and does not lay out the step to achieve it. A goal is target or destination. Goal is little bit narrow terms as compared to aim. Goals keep you focused on your aim and track working to achieve it. Uh, Goals are at school or subject level. Goals means what is the what is focused in the subject, what is being focused in the school, what is being focused at the local level, that is called goals. Let me speak in Urdu. गोल्स जो हैं वो हमेशा स्कूल लेवल पे और सब्जेक्ट लेवल पे एक ब्रॉडर जो डिस्कशन होती है उसे हम गोल्स का नाम देते हैं. हियर आर द ऑब्जेक्टिव. Objectives are the action plans, goals are destination, and objectives are the action needed to arrive at that destination. Means goals provide objective provides feedback to goals. Goals are destination and objectives are the action needed to achieve those destinations. Objectives are measurable and there may be multiple objectives leading to your goals and aims. Objectives are at classroom level. Very simple. It means when we define aims, goals and objectives, it has three layers. Aims at the national level, goals at the school or classroom level, and objectives at the goals are at the subject level and objectives are at the classroom level. Let me speak in Urdu. Aims एक आपके कौमी नेशनल टारगेट्स हैं जिनको आपने अचीव करना है. गोल जो हैं वो आपके स्कूल और सब्जेक्ट लेवल पे जो सेटल्ड की जाती हैं चीज़ें उनको गोल का नाम दिया जाता है. और ऑब्जेक्टिव जो हैं ये आपके क्लासरूम और सब्जेक्ट लेवल पे जो चीज़ें होती हैं उनको ऑब्जेक्टिव. होप यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट. हियर आर सम proper general terms, general or specific object. General objective deal with entire subject program of the study. For example, as a teacher, I am going to teach English. So what is being taught in English? That is general objectives. And specific objective deal with particular topic or subject. In English, in the particular class, means today what I have to teach taught at the class, that is specific objective. Specific objective based on your lesson plan or lesson action plan, what you are going to teach on particular days, that is your specific objective. Let me define in Urdu. जर्नल ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को आप हमेशा किस पे डील करते हैं? आपके प्रोग्राम ऑफ स्टडी सब्जेक्ट की बुनियाद पे होते हैं. और जो स्पेसिफिक ऑब्जेक्टिव होते हैं वो आपके टॉपिक की बुनियाद पे होते हैं कि इंग्लिश में कोई टॉपिक आप एक पढ़ा रहे हैं, जिस दिन जो आपने पढ़ाना है, दैट इज योर स्पेसिफिक ऑब्जेक्टिव. होप यू विल अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दैट. Now here is the cognitive domain. As I have earlier told, cognitive domain was Benjamin S. Bloom. Cognitive is about your thinking. These are the 6 levels and 6 layers from general to very complex knowledge. It involves the recall of specific and universal, the recall of method and process, and the recall of pattern, structure, or setting. For example, if in my examination I ask student define Newton laws. If I ask define, that is your knowledge. Means I am going to check the knowledge of that student. Comprehension. Refer to type of understanding or apprehension such as that the individual knows what is being communicated and can make use of material or idea being communicated without necessarily relating it to other material or seeing its fullest implications. When knowledge means I have got something, I have crammed something which I reproduce. At the second level comprehension, it means understanding what I have got, what I have understand, what I have comprehend from that particular topic. That is a comprehension. Means इसको अगर उर्दू में हम ट्रांसलेट करें तो इसका मतलब है कि किसी भी चीज़ की अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो है उसको comprehension का नाम दिया जाता है. Here is application. Refer to the use of abstractions in particular and concrete situation. When a student is eligible to apply his or her previous knowledge, that is called application. Change, compute, and discover. At the fourth level, there is analysis. Analysis means represent the breakdown of communication into its constituent elements or parts such that the relative hierarchy of ideas is made clear and the relation between ideas expressed are made it explicit. Analysis means you have to break down your information into different parts. For example, I ask the student, I am going to teach that student the grammar. I ask the student, I am going to school. Uh, Break down this sentence into verb, noun, and uh, verb, noun, subject, and object. When the student is eligible to break down into different parts, that is analysis. Analysis means you make a diagram of something, you have uh, you make a breakdown of the sentences into different subparts, you discriminate among different things, that is called analysis. Here is the synthesis. Involve putting together of elements and parts so as to form a whole. Means when you make analysis, when you are eligible to make an analysis, means you are at the next stage you will be eligible to synthesize different parts into whole. Like I ask the students that I am going to school, I have to go on 8 a.m. and I am going to school on bus. These are the three sentences. Make this sentence into one. Then the student says that I am going to school on bus at 8 a.m. This is synthesized that I have combined together the three sentences into one. That is called synthesis. And at the end, in cognitive domain, that is evaluation. Evaluation produces judgment about the value of material and method for given a purpose. I am going to appraise something, I am able to compare something, conclude something, that is called evaluation. So these are the 6 different levels which start from knowledge and end at the evaluation. Evaluation is the highest level of your thinking and knowledge is the basic level of your thinking. That is called cognitive domain. Here is affective domain. Affective, as I earlier discussed with you, that affective domain with your feelings means, first of all, first step in affective domain is receiving. Involve passively paying attention and being aware of the existence of certain ideas, materials, and phenomena. If someone is delivering lecture, being a passive student, you are sitting on chair and you are receiving what kind of information is inculcating that person, that is called receiving. The action verb used in this phrase is ask, choose, describe, follow, etc. Responding, actively participating in the learning process, you are not only aware of the stimulus but reacting to it in some way. When you have received some knowledge, at the second stage, you have to respond, you have to reproduce, you have to answer, you have to discuss. When you have ability to discuss that thing, that is called responding. Let me speak in Urdu कि कोई टीचर आपको लेक्चर दे रहा है तो लेक्चर आपने सुना, उस इंफॉर्मेशन को आपने ग्रैस्प किया, तो ये आपकी रिसीविंग है, अटेंटिवली आपने अटेंड किया उसे। और जब आप सेकंड लेवल पे गए तो आपने उस चीज को रिस्पॉन्ड किया, मीन्स आपने उसका जवाब दिया, उसको डिस्कस करना किया, तो इट्स मीन कि यू हैव रिसीव्ड दैट, दैट इज कॉल्ड रिस्पॉन्डिंग. वैल्यूइंग, एबिलिटी टू सी द वैल्यू और वर्थ ऑफ समथिंग, differentiate, explain, follow, completes. This is the third level, that what information you have gathered from your teacher, you have the ability that in this situation, which kind of knowledge is worthwhile for me and which kind of knowledge is should be discarded. Means you have the ability to see the value and worth of something. That this is the most important. That is called valuing. Organizing. Organizing means putting together different value information and ideas relating to them to already held belief to create your own unique value system. When you are going to arrange, when you are going to organize the information, means you have received some knowledge, you are able to respond and you are able to give value to particular knowledge. After that, you will organize that knowledge in your mind. It means you are organizing. Characterizing, that knowledge would become the part of your body, part of your character, part of your display, part of your habits. That is called characterizing. बड़ी आसान चीज है. Let me speak in Urdu. Affective domain के आपको टीचर ने नॉलेज दिया, उस नॉलेज को आपने रिसीव किया, रिसीव करने के बाद आपने उसको रिस्पॉन्ड किया इन द शेप ऑफ डिस्कशन. अब डिस्कशन में आपको पता चला कि दिस प्रॉपर सेगमेंट इज वर्थवाइल फॉर मी, फॉर माई इंफॉर्मेशन, तो आपने उसको वैल्यू दी, उसको वर्थ दी, और कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी थी जो एक्स्ट्रा थी आपने उनको डिस्कार्ड कर दिया। फिर जो जिस चीज़ को आपने वैल्यू दी उसको आपने ऑर्गेनाइज किया, और ऑर्गेनाइज करने के बाद वो चीज़ें आपकी शख्सियत का हिस्सा बन गई। दैट इज कॉल्ड करेक्टराइजिंग एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड इफेक्टिव डोमेन। Let me talk about psychomotor domain. This is about the practical, the displays, the acts which a student make. First of all, with the perception, sensory cues, guided motor activity. Motor activity means you are going to respond by your inner ability to respond something. Like कुछ चीज़ें जो हैं उन चीज़ें आपके पास आई, आपने उनको चूज किया, डिटेक्ट किया कि these are the worthwhile for me. Then at the second stage, after perception, there is the set mental, physical, and emotional disposition that make one respond in a certain way to the situation. What you have perceived something that has been detected and exposed in your mental, physical, and emotional disposition. You have disposed those things. You start the work. After that, guided response. After that, first of all, at a physical scale, trial and error, you are going to the phase of trial and error. Means, let me quote here the example. If a student got a motorbike, he after getting the motorbike, he has got information about that. He has perceived the motor activity, how I have to drive that bike. When he has perceived, then he has to set his mental activity that I have to start. At the third response, he has started motorbike. While he started, he makes some errors. He commits some mistakes in mechanism. The intermediate stage is learning physical skill. Responses are habitual with a medium level of assurance and proficiency. When he displays, he got some knowledge from his brain, and then guided response will lead him that this is the better performance and this is the poor performance. Then complex overt response. Then he is expert and he perform complex activities. After that, adaptation movement can be modified for special situation. Means when you have become expert, you make new movements for yourself and for your activities. After that, there is organization. New movements can be created by special situation. Let me here speak in Urdu, explain in Urdu. साइकोमोटर डोमेन में कोई चीज़ आप लेते हैं तो सबसे पहले क्या करते हैं कि मोटर एक्टिविटी जो है वो आप चूज करते हैं कि मैंने क्या करना है। मैंने एक मिसाल दी है मोटरसाइकिल की कि मोटरसाइकिल आपने परचेज किया, दैट इज योर मोटर एक्टिविटी। उसके बाद उस मोटरसाइकिल को आपने चलाने के लिए मेंटली और फिजिकली तैयार हुए। फिर आपने जब चलाना स्टार्ट किया तो फिर उसमें गाइडेड रिस्पॉन्स ये था कि आपसे उसमें कुछ गलतियां हुई। गलतियां जब हुई तो फिर एक मैकेनिज्म डेवलप हुआ कि मुझे चलाते वक्त ये गलतियां नहीं करनी। तो जब मैकेनिज्म आपका पूरा हुआ तो फिर आप कम्प्लेक्स एक्टिविटी करने के काबिल हो गए, आप एक्सपर्ट हो गए कि आप वो एक्टिविटी भी कर सकते हैं जो अमूमन एक नया बंदा नहीं कर सकता। तो जब कम्प्लेक्स से सिचुएशन से आप बाहर आए तो अडेप्टेशन हो गई, आप नई नई चीज़ें उसमें ईजाद करना शुरू कर दी, नए नए काम करना शुरू कर दिए, और एंड पे आपने तमाम एक्टिविटीज़ को स्पेशल सिचुएशन में ऑर्गेनाइज करना होता है। दिस इज कॉल्ड साइकोमोटर डोमेन। दिस इज ऑल अबाउट योर physical activity. This is all about your practical experiences. And thank you very much. Hope you will understand. If there is any query or question, please ask me and inbox me. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.